Hello everyone, welcome you all in my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Mohammad Sirajul Faizi, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, LS College, Muzaffarpur. Today in this video, I am going to explain about basis sets. So I will start with the one शेर फूलों के जजीरों की तमन्ना है अगर तो कांटों के समुंदर से गुजरना होगा और ये काम है बड़ा मुश्किल मगर करना होगा जीने की तमन्ना है तो मरना होगा. So friends, let's start with basis sets. What is basis sets? Actually, this is term from computational chemistry, especially Gaussian software. So generally a basis set is a collection of vectors which spans or defines a space in which a problem is solved. Means a basis set is a collection of vectors which spans a space in which a problem is solved. So if you are talking about the space, so you can talk about the Cartesians. So vector I, vector j, vector k defined a Cartesian and 3D linear vector space. So in quantum chemistry, the basis set usually refer to the set of non-orthogonal one particle function used to build molecular orbital. Now you should know the importance of molecular orbital. How one particle function used to build molecular orbital. So basis set usually refer to set of one particle functions used to build molecular orbitals. So sometimes theorists might also refer to n electrons basis set, n electron basis set, not 1, 2, 3, 4, which is something else entirely, sets of Slater determinants. Again a new term, Slater determinants. So basis set in quantum chemistry is linear combination of atomic orbital molecular orbital approximation. You already learned in the lowest classes what is linear combination of atomic orbital. You know the molecular orbital. Now from quantum chemistry you know the linear combination of atomic orbital and molecular orbital approximation. Molecular orbitals built from atomic orbitals. You know these things. In bonding chapter you learn in chemistry. Okay, when two atomic orbitals combine together, just formation of H2. The one hydrogen, two hydrogens, one atomic orbital of one hydrogen and another atomic orbital of another hydrogen combined together, they are forming sigma and sigma star, and that is the molecular orbitals. So an orbital is a non-electron functions. When you are talking about orbital, is one electron functions. That is important, not none, one electron function. Atomic orbital represented by atom-centered Gaussian in most quantum chemistry program. So why Gaussian? What is the meaning of GTOs? So focus on atomic orbitals. Okay, how atomic orbitals combine together forming molecular orbital. What is the meaning of orbital? What is meaning of one electron functions? Some older program use such like Slater functions. This is known as STOs. Physicists like plane wave basis sets. So this is the formula of Slater type orbitals. This is also orbitals, chemistry orbital. So phi STO ABC XYZ N XA YB ZC e to the power chi r, where this n is a normalization constant. In quantum chemistry you know the normalizations. So this is normalization constants. ABC control angular momentum. This ABC and this ABC control the angular momentum. You know the Lx, Ly, Lz angular momentum. So angular momentum A plus B plus C. This is angular momentum. And zeta, this zeta control the width of the orbitals. So first you consider this orbital, means you just think about the orbitals in chemistry. Large zeta gives tight functions. A small zeta gives diffuse functions. So it depends on the zeta. What is the orbital? Large zeta. So zeta depends on the orbitals. So these are hydrogen atom, at least for 1s. However, they lack radial nodals. You know hydrogen 1s, you know the shape of s orbital. So radial nodes are not pure spherical harmonics. How to get 2s or 2p? Then you go through the basic chemistry, then you will find the orbitals and radial nodes. Correct short range and long range behavior. So now GTO means G for Gaussian, T for type, and O for orbitals. So phi GTO ABC XYZ N X A Y B Z C exponential zeta R square. This is the zeta R square. So again ABC control angular momentum, L is equal to A plus B plus C. Again zeta control the width of the orbitals. No longer hydrogen atom even for 1s. So much easier to compute Gaussian product theorem, almost universally used by the quantum chemists. So contracted Gaussian type orbitals. Now this C, first Gaussian type orbitals, now contracted Gaussian type orbitals. Problem: Gaussian type orbitals are more accurate, but it takes longer to compute integral using them, because solutions use a linear combination of enough GTOs to mimic an STO. So unfortunate, a combination of n Gaussian to mimic an STO is often called an STO-NG basis, even though it is made up of CGTOs. So what change in the formula? Phi ABC CGTO. You see here formula phi ABC GTO. Here CGTO XYZ is equal to N. You know the N, this one. And I defined you N about this is normalization constant. And summation over I is equal to 1 to n Ci xa yb z power c e to the power zeta r square. Zeta I is equal to 1 to n r square. So you see the differences 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the Slater types. This is the STO1G. This is the STO2G. And this is the STO3G. You see the differences. Comparison of the quality of the least square feet of a 1s Slater function zeta is equal to 1 obtained at the STO1G, STO2G and STO3G levels. So this is the fitting curve. So types of basis sets, that is important for Gaussian who is working on Gaussian software. Minimal one basis function STO, GTO or CGTO for each atomic orbital in the atom. Double zeta, two basis function for each atomic orbital. Triple zeta, three basis function for each atomic orbital. So focus on atomic orbitals, etc. and so on. For quadruple zeta, 5 zeta, 6 zeta having different size functions allow the orbital to get bigger or smaller when other atoms approach it. So a split valence basis uses only one basis function for each core atomic orbitals and large basis for valence atomic orbitals. For example, hydrogen atom minimal basis 1 1s atomic orbital, 1 STO, GTO or CGTO basis function. Carbon atoms minimal basis set 1s, 2s, 2px, 2py, 2pz atomic orbitals 5, so 5 basis functions. Here 1. So friend, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel, and thanks for watching, and wait for our next video.